Whoa! How fun! Look how crazy it is. Whoa, that's so cool. Yeah, those are cool. Hi, my name's Dina Furamoto and we're here in front of the Japanese American National Museum. I have the opportunity of going behind the scenes and seeing something very different. So let's go! So many recognize this landscape here inside the Japanese American National Museum, where we have on the first level there's a gallery that usually has an exhibition, and then upstairs there is their Common Ground permanent exhibition which highlights the Japanese American incarceration experience in World War II.
I'm the Vice President of Exhibitions, so I basically do curation, exhibition design, installation, working with a group of different departments at the museum.
But with Clement, we are going to explore specifically the collections and archives of the whole museum, which have some artifacts have been seen, and they have really great stories. So let's go.
So this is our collection storage, and I'd like to introduce you to two of our collection staff, Jamie Henricks, our archivist, and Kelly Gates, our collections assistant, and they will be taking us through collections.
We always use gloves when we're handling objects so that we don't hurt the materials. Objects are always going to be decaying over time, but we want to arrest that by using careful handling practices and keeping them in a controlled environment.
So now that we have everything set aside, I'm excited to see what is in store.
That is a mess kit used in the Army by soldiers. But what we thought was interesting about this one is it's kind of hard to see, but it says Sakai, and the soldier who had it was Stanley Sakai, so he put his name on it, and I think on the back side. So
Wow.
He just made a record of where he went in Europe.
Yeah, you can see 1943, 1945, 1944, Italy. That's crazy. That's so cool. It's a dollar bill with Hawaii written on it.
This is actually money from Hawaii. During World War II, Japanese Americans on the mainland were incarcerated into 10 concentration camps, but in Hawaii, they represented about a third of the population, so they couldn't incarcerate them all, or else the whole economy of the islands would collapse. But also the leadership in Hawaii felt Japanese were not a threat, so they didn't feel the need to incarcerate them en masse, but what they did do is institute martial law, and so what they did, that they controlled the currency.
It says Alien Detention Station, Crystal City, Texas.
They got money, they were paid 10 cents an hour no matter what job they had, and they used that to buy food and other supplies at the camp stores.
I can't imagine getting paid 10 cents for any job.
Well, 10 cents, and it's made out of paper.
So interesting. I've never seen a 5 cents in cardboard before. JANM's gonna find a new collections person.
On the job.
Staff. Now we're going upstairs.
So we did a show called Supernatural that was talking about multicultural ghosts and how ghosts evolved in different cultures. So these are some very haunting pictures by Aji Kawasaki.
And so you have all these stories that tell about the Japanese American experience. Past, present, and like future. So it's great. I love it.
This was a bicycle that was owned by Elaine Otomo. When she was going to camp, they lived in Fresno. Her father said, "Oh, why don't we give this to have our friend Alice Kazarian, who lives close by, take care of this bicycle since we can't take it with us to camp." And so Alice took the bike, and her father told Alice, "Okay, Elaine's going to come back one day, so you need to take care of this bike." But after the war, they lost contact with each other. But Alice still took care of the bike. She took care of it for over 60 years. And they found her in a nearby city, Del Rey, and they were able to reconnect. So 61 years later, after camp, the two met at an In-N-Out Burger, and they shared the bike back, brought the bike back to Elaine.
Just looks like a bike. If I just saw it in a garage, I'd be like, oh, it's a bike.
But that's why I think for the museum, it's always about the stories that each of these items hold that we really cherish. Because, like you said, this could be anyone's bike.
Yeah. I think I just have a deeper appreciation for artifacts and kind of the idea that all these, I guess, anything, any object has a story and has kind of a significance. Whether, I mean, even in a museum, it's great to see that everything is archived and curated and has the most respect and care for, but also when I go out into the world realizing that, you know, that everything has a story. It's important for people to visit the museum, I think, because there's an experience, a Japanese American experience, and a story. Every story, every family who's donated or has given an artifact they have something to say, and people can learn from it. But I want to thank Clement and Kelly and Jamie for their time, because I've learned quite a lot of things, and just, it's so neat being here. It's so special.
Well, thank you for coming.
Thanks. Dude, we should have like a cool handshake. Like,
That's not a cool handshake.
oh.